Shabbat Shalom, and welcome to 5 Minutes of Torah with the Beth Israel Rabbi. As you can see, I've decided to change the scenery a little bit and move from inside my house to my backyard, to my garden, to be a little more specific. This has been an important week for me since we have left the synagogue building in the physical sense, because from the very first day until this week, I made it a priority of mine to be in touch with all of you, to call all 700 family members of our synagogue. For those of you to whom I was able to speak, it was wonderful to have the opportunity to have a conversation with you. And for those of you whom I was not able to connect, please make sure to check your voicemail, because I would have left the voicemail message on your phone, probably on your home phone. I loved having the opportunity to speak with so many people. And if we haven't spoken yet, please feel free to call me back. One of the things that I heard from so many of you was your ability to connect with the synagogue through these 5 minutes of Torah that Rabbi Stein and I send out each week. And I know that both he and I deeply appreciate that fact. We love being able to share words of Torah with you every week, being able to bring our synagogue closer together as a congregational family. This coming Shabbat, we read a double Torah portion of Bahar B'chukotai. And one of the very first things that we learn about in Parshat Bahar is the idea of a Shemitah, the commandment that we are to let our land lie fallow once every 7 years, that we are not allowed to harvest our land. This mitzvah, this commandment, certainly comes with a lot of challenge and hardship. It means that people must prepare in year 6, have a challenging time in year 7, and then even in year 1 of the Shemitah, of the every 7-year cycle, are dealing with the repercussions of having allowed their land to lie fallow the year before. And so the rabbis ask, what is the purpose of this mitzvah? Why do we have this commandment? The Imam Loez, a modern Sephardi commentator and rabbi actually from Turkey, explains that the reason for this mitzvah is to remind us that even though we may own a piece of land, it doesn't actually belong to us. The piece of land that we own actually belongs to God. We may think that we own it, but we are reminded on a regular basis, once every 7 years, that everything we have, all of our blessings, are because of God. Also, we are reminded of hardship and challenge, that there are those people in the world who on a regular basis face hardship and challenges. And once every 7 years, even if we are living in a comfortable situation, it changes. And so this mitzvah is a reminder that our lives can change very quickly. Just when we think that everything is right, just when we think that everything is exactly as we want it to be, things can change. Life itself can be precarious. As I was reading the Imam Loez's interpretation of why it is that we fulfill the mitzvah of the Shemitah, I was thinking about our own reality today. It was just about 2 months ago when the world changed radically, when COVID-19 changed the world as we know it and as the way we knew it. Suddenly, people were out of jobs. Suddenly, the world came to a grinding halt. And while it may have been good for the environment, it was certainly not good, and certainly hasn't been good in many other ways. For many of us, financially, emotionally, spiritually, socially, this time period has provided us with so many challenges, and the change was extremely rapid and sudden. The Shemitah comes once every 7 years. It is a reminder that even our challenges come and they go as well. Life has changed. It will likely be changed for a long time to come. But I do pray that just as the Shemitah reminds us that there's year 1 and year 2 and year 3, that there indeed will be better years ahead, that the same is true for us today. Shabbat Shalom.